Hi guys, welcome back. I am on my own today. It is a nice, blustery, snowy, rainy day. So which means winter has come upon us. I am actually making my way into Santaquin today to look at a Bronco and a four-door Jeep.
Oh baby, this is it! This is what we signed up for!
Yes, my curiosity has got the best of me. After towing our bean with our friend's Jeep, it just really got me kind of intrigued in finding maybe a smaller vehicle to tow our bean with. Not only that, but I could then make that my full-time driver and park the truck for a while. As much fun as it is to drive this big thing, grocery shopping and pharmacy and you know, day-to-day errands, it just doesn't make sense. So I am making my way to Murdoch Ford in Santaquin, and we'll see what they have on their lot. I am looking at used versus new, so cut the cost there a little bit. All right, so I am just test driving. This is a first edition 2021 Bronco. This is the Sasquatch package. This is the one we are mostly interested in anyways, is this package. I gotta find some defrost here. Perfect. All right, hopefully that air is not too loud for you. We're just gonna do a little lap around town, see what I think. Salesman was telling me, even though it's a first edition, it still has all the bells and whistles that any of the newer ones are going to have. Of course, I've got my steering wheel heater on, I've got my seat going. I'm getting a little comfortable, maybe a little too comfortable in this vehicle. I must admit, I'm not fully comfortable, I'm finding, with larger gas vehicles. I don't know why that is. I think that maybe they should have more power than they should because I'm used to the truck. This vehicle does have a little bit of road noise. Granted, the roads are wet, but also the giant tires. Nice thing about this vehicle as well is it's got the hard top versus the soft top. It still can come out. I'm seeing the little hinges here that you can just pull to take the top off. It is in a full leather, which is nice. We like our leather. Cleaning, durability, just really nice to have leather seats. They are quite comfortable, I'm finding. I might be a touch too low. I'm kind of like trying to look over the dash. That might help me. There we go. But I'm not really seeing a whole lot of blind spots, but you do have all of the detections on this vehicle as well. There are toggle switches above. There are kind of terrain switches here on the dash. You also have your dial here for two-wheel, four-wheel high, all those kind of things as well. All right, I am just gonna make my way back to the dealership real quick. I'm actually starting out at the bottom of a hill. Acceleration seems good. It does slightly rev a little bit, but I'm infamous for just keeping my foot in it and not letting it catch up and shift. Gets up to speed really quick. It's a 55. I'm already coasting down to 55. I might add that this is the bright blue Bronco. I don't know how I feel about a bright, a kind of a dark bright blue. I'll have to show you a color, give you a little B-roll. It's beautiful. An eye catcher for sure. But I don't know how long I would like it and not get tired of the color. I don't know if this is something that people look at, but I'm one for like how smooth and touchy sometimes pedals are. And this one, nice and smooth. I'm not, when I hit the brakes accidentally, anything like that. So, all right, let's see if we can get this bad boy back into its parking spot. Test out these cameras that are now water soaked. All right, I have now switched over to, this is a 22. This is the Wildlands package, I believe he said. Just gonna do the same little route that I did in the other one. Okay, so this one does not have power seats. I'm trying to like figure out how to work this thing. I should have probably where I started driving, but anyways. This vehicle, very, very similar, maybe not the big, huge tires, which just driving it, road noise, I can tell that the tires aren't as big on this one because I'm not getting all that, kind of that extra road noise with this one. Interior is still pretty much the same. This one does have the black leather with an orange pinstripe. Gives it a little bit of extra detail in the seats. My seat heater is blazing. Oh my gosh. That is a very impressive seat heater. However, I am not seeing a steering wheel heater. Y'all know I love my steering wheel heater. I am getting road noise, not from the tires, but I'm noticing with this soft top on this particular model that I'm getting like the water off the road. Like I can hear the water splashing around while driving this vehicle. So you are getting a little bit of noise with the soft top. So thoughts on the Bronco. Of course, it's a super fun, trendy vehicle right now. It's a great off-road vehicle, and that's what we're looking at when picking out, you know, a 4x4 that can take the bean off-road. Of course, this Bronco is so fun for me. Even though I'm just doing maybe a little street driving, just thinking about the capability with this vehicle and how much off-roading we can do and be able to take our bean. I mean, the bean is meant to go off-road, and it's just so hard when we're in our big truck. And I hate just beating the truck on dirt roads and cobblestone roads, and you know, they're just not made to do that kind of driving. So I may have to have Jesse come and test a Bronco sometime and get his thoughts and what he thinks. For now, I'm just going to drive back to the dealership, sadly return this back. Alright, heading back up the hill again. Trying not to keep my foot clear to the floor and letting it actually take time to shift. As you can see, it is not a very nice day. Not really ideal for test driving, but I don't know, maybe it is. You're getting road conditions that you typically wouldn't get when you're test driving on a nice day, nice road. There we go. I have now switched into a Jeep. I honestly can't tell you much about this one because it's not the model I originally came to look for. It is just a 2-door versus the 4-door like I was hoping for. But I figure they probably drive the same 2 or 4. This one is not particularly fully lifted, giant tires, nothing like that. Just kind of a nice average size. Maybe a size above, you know, stock, but what tires they come with the stock. All right, starting out, I was just, you know, sitting at that red light. I had to like put my foot in it a touch more than I did with the Bronco. So acceleration is a little bit slower. I'm noticing that the steering, pretty loose. I don't know if it's particular to this model, but it is a little loose. The Broncos were a little bit stiffer. Took a little bit more movement to turn the wheel. So far the ride seems very similar. Nice, smooth. Anywhere there's kind of a bump in the road, I'm not noticing it to fill the vehicle. Just coming down to my turnaround spot here. All right, so I think first off, this is a nice vehicle. It's granted it's the 2-door versus the 4-door, but it still has the second seat. It does still have the second row of seats, so you can get people in. You just have to move passenger side seat, which is kind of a hassle sometimes. Especially if this is something that I want to go like grocery shopping in. I would be getting in the back constantly, throwing groceries in there, which typically I like to just open, you know, a back door, throw things in on the floor. I do feel that I am leaning towards the Bronco a bit more. I can't really like narrow it down as to really why. I think it might be just the newness of the Bronco, the appeal, the popularity of it, I don't know. And maybe it just seems bigger and beefier than this Jeep. It's hard to say. All right, gonna make my way back. Gosh, the steering is so loose. Something I would definitely have to get used to. This vehicle also is a used one, actually picked up, I believe, off of auction is where the dealership grabbed it from. Sadly, this Jeep does not have the heating elements. Not a total deal breaker, but heated seats and steering wheel are always nice in our Utah winters. Guess I better get down to speed coming into town here. And pulling back into the dealership. All right, guys, well, that was fun. But now I'm gonna get home and get some hot chocolate, cozy up in my blanket, and get out of this snow. Whew. How to get out of that snow. Snow rain mix. What a day to go test driving cars, let me tell you. Guys, give us your feedback. What your thoughts are against the Jeep, the Bronco, any other 4x4 options that we can take off-road and still be able to tow the bean. That's our main thing that we are looking at. Thanks for sticking with me. I know I'm not like the best narrator. Jesse knows all the stats on things, but hopefully I shared a little bit. But thanks again for catching us this week. Do appreciate your viewership. And you know what? Enjoy your weekend.